Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. So the Nets starting five. They've got Simmons. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Thomas. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, Mitchell is out there with Thomas. Then there's Johnson. Then there's Davis. And it's Zubac in at the 4 spot. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Here's Schroeder. Pass to Thomas. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Thomas got the first basket of the game for the Nets.
And, you know, we all know Schroeder can score now, but they're a nice assist to his wide-open teammate.
Yep, it counts.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
And how about the vertical of Johnson? Excellent at just getting up to drop the hammer.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Outside, Bogdanovic. Schroeder outside. Claxton a screen on Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Back to Claxton. Bogdanovic finds Schroeder. That one no good. But tried by Zubac. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Now, here's Mitchell. Outside, Davis. And Thomas has it in the corner. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Anthony Davis, clearly a team-first guy. He's got special talent, but he's not afraid to share the ball either.
Simmons on the wing. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Bogdanovic. Offside Thomas. Launches it. Rebound, Brooklyn. Johnson surveying the floor. Zubac against Claxton. Now Zubac for 3. Mitchell. Another shot. Pass to Thomas. Johnson outside. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Over Simmons. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Thomas, no luck. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Brooklyn making some changes. Cameron Johnson's checked in for Johnson. And it's Stephen Curry in for Cameron Thomas. And the Nets making a change here as well. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Cameron Thomas. Now, here's Milton. Rebound by Mitchell. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Outside Curry. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Johnson. The 3 from Davis. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
When your big man can pop out and knock down the corner 3, it certainly opens up the whole offense.
Lets it go from 11, and that one's good. Schroeder. There's a minute left to play here in the first. Curry against Schroeder. Davis, the pass to Mitchell. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brooklyn leading by 7. Curry with it. Scoreless thus far. The three from Johnson cranes the three-pointer.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
A three from Bogdanovich. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Curry fires from way outside. Simmons pulls it in.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
For 3, Mitchell. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 10. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So for Brooklyn now, about there with Cameron Johnson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Thomas. And it's Williams at the small forward position. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Sweet dime that time from Halliburton. This combo guard has really impressive floor awareness, folks.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. You say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50-40-90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Boy, Joe Johnson solid from behind the arc. Love when he's shooting it from there.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Zubac is checked in for Brooklyn. Cameron Thomas comes in for Halliburton. Whitehead's checked in for the Nets. Schroeder outside. And again, it's the Nets missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Curry outside. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Drops in the layup for 2. Curry's got 5 now.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Curry against Schroeder. Sharp with a screen on Curry. Inside. They need this one. And it's Sharp missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Takes a step back. And it's Schroeder missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Zubac going inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. A good substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Simmons comes in for Johnson. Bogdanovich is checked in for Williams. And it's Shake Milton in for Whitehead. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Claxton the pass to Simmons. And the Nets miss again.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
To the paint. Johnson kicks to Zubac. It's Thomas on the wing. Defended by Milton. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by the Nets. Schroeder, right side. On the wing, Milton. Schroeder finds Claxton. Here's Milton. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Timeout.
Milton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by Brooklyn.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Humphries comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Mitchell in for Curry. And the Nets also making a change. Thomas is checked in. There's Thomas with the 3. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Schroeder. 1:04 left here in the second. Pass to Claxton. And the rejection by Zubac. It's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Here's Bogdanovich. Still yet to score. Just 5 to shoot. Thomas, that's good. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. To the left side wing. Zubac in the post. Claxton covering. Drills it from outside. Thomas got 6.
Excellent pass from Mitchell. His teammates are so fortunate to have a guy to make them better.
Simmons dishes to Thomas. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
On the free throw, no good. The 3 from Thomas. And they'll get another chance. Here's Zubac. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Brooklyn ahead as they wrap up the second quarter on a 20-7 run. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Johnson. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And it's Thomas in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Schroeder against Mitchell. And it's Schroeder missing. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Brooklyn. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And one of Mitchell's great attributes, strength and explosiveness at the rim.
Outside Thomas. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Claxton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Claxton sets the screen for Simmons. Takes it from 10. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Simmons got his first points of the game.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. I mean, it's quite honestly what he does best in pick and roll situations.
Johnson. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Timeout called the Nets.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Schroeder, and Davis sends it back.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
Johnson, the pass to Zubac. Oh, he jams it right over Nick Claxton.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
15 seconds.
Davis against Claxton. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Zubac. Rebound, Brooklyn. Simmons looking around. Pass to Bogdanovich. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Diversified scoring in this one for them.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
And the basket by Thomas.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Brooklyn shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
That free throw, no good.
What really makes Schroeder special is the energy he plays with. I mean, it's contagious and infects the entire team. He's like a lightning bolt of energy when he hits the court.
Cameron Johnson's checked in for Brooklyn. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's Bogdanovich. That misses off the backboard.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Brooklyn making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Bogdanovich, and it's Shake Milton in for Thomas. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Clock at 4. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
Clever move by Schroeder there, ensuring that he drew the foul while also still getting the shot up.
And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 19-5 run here. And here's Johnson outside. It's rebounded by Schroeder. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. This is his third trip to the free throw line.
Team's fifth foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And Brooklyn making a change here. Whitehead's checked in. Schroeder hits them both. And Brooklyn has possession. Outside Curry. From deep three-point land. It's not going to go for him. Out to the right wing. Here's Schroeder. Kevin McHale pulls it in. Schroeder's gone just 1 for 7 shooting tonight. McHale kicks to Halliburton. A three-pointer is right on target.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Williams. Claxton with it. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside Williams. Shoots a three. Rebound Brooklyn. And here's Halliburton. Taken away by Williams. Fires away from outside. And so it's Brooklyn. Way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Williams is out there with Cameron Johnson. Then it's Sharp, and it's Milton in at the two-guard spot. He's off on the second. Brooklyn with the ball. Thomas, it's a wide-open look. Off target with his three. It's the Nets now. Out to the wing. Here's Schroeder. No good on the triple.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easiness.
It has got to be terribly frustrating to deal with Anthony Davis when you're guarding him. I mean, you try to get physical with him, you don't give him a clean look, and he still winds up with the bucket and the foul.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
A shot's good from Milton. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Hits it from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Here's Schroeder from out on the wing. He knocks it down. 10 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Look at the touch on Schroeder's shot there, making that tough mid-range, Jay. Easy, slim pickings.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Thomas gone 4 of 8 from the floor, 50% on the night. Outside Williams. Up and in on the layup.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Mitchell kicks to Davis. Johnson with a screen on Johnson. The three from Davis. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Surprised the defense that time. They dared Davis to take that shot, and now they pay the price.
Schroeder against Mitchell. Outside Williams, and taken away by Johnson. High post, Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Brooklyn.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Johnson attacking, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
And we are used to seeing this from Johnson. This is how dangerous a scorer he is.
Thomas against Milton. Pass to Johnson. Now Sharp.
Fourth quarter.
Shot to stop the run. A shot by Milton, no good. Here's Mitchell. Kicks it out to Johnson. Thomas outside. The rebound by Sharp. And the Nets with possession here. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The three from Davis. Rebounded by the Nets. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Williams.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Here's Zubac. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And you want more of this from Mitchell. Good to see him moving the ball like that.
And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Simmons comes in for Johnson. Bogdanovich is checked in for Williams. And Thomas subbed in for Shake Milton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Simmons kicks to Bogdanovich. Good on the three-point shot. Bogdanovich has got his first 3 points of the game.
And you let Bogdanovich just catch and shoot like that, he'll make more than he misses of those.
Curry way outside. The offensive rebound. He gets that one.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Schroeder passes to Bogdanovich. Simmons with it. Three-pointer. He can't get that one. Here's Humphries. And it's off from three-point range. And the Nets with possession here.
Team foul. Cameron Johnson. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
You know, you look at Bogdanovich, and this guy is really outstanding at taking high percentage shots, and he's got what I call a natural scoring ability and mentality.
Count that one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pass to Thomas. Claxton a screen on Halliburton. The three from Thomas. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And now, our player of the game, Anthony Davis. The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. The big men on the floor for them, Anunoby and Randall. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Hart in at the 3 slot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Anthony Davis. Ivica Zubac is out there with Johnson. Then there's Cam Thomas. And it's Mitchell in at the point. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Zubac finds Mitchell. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by New York. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter 3 the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Brooklyn. Pass to Zubac. Here's Thomas. Fires from deep. Cans it from downtown.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And one of Mitchell's great attributes, strength and explosiveness at the rim.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Bridges outside. Now here's Hart. Over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. Brunson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Bounce pass from Randall. Brunson a screen on Thomas. Bridges for 3. Mitchell comes up with the rebound. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. New York with the ball. 6-point game. Pass to Anunoby. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Thomas inside. Brunson covering. Johnson kicks to Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And got rid of it promptly. Mitchell wasting no time.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
All right. Let's get him onto the floor. Come on, everyone. Get loud. We are quicker. Next crew.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Wang, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Humphries comes in for Ivica Zubac. Dandridge, he's checked in for Joe Johnson. Halliburton subbed in for Cameron Thomas. And New York with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Brunson outside. And they get it. New York, no good that time either. Brooklyn leading by 11.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 1:59 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. Pass to Anunoby. Now here's Randall. He's covered by Halliburton. It's deflected. Here's Mitchell. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Brunson. Bridges for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a...
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
New York trails by 12. Pass to Randall. Lets it go with a three. Rebound, Brooklyn.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
From deep. Shot's good by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 17 now.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
There's the drive, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
26 seconds left in the first. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. McHale's checked in for Wang. Johnson comes in for Dandridge. And it's Johnson in for Halliburton. So New York going with almost an entire new group. H.M.J.A, he's checked in for Randall. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Payne in the post. And the Knicks miss again. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Brooklyn ahead, leading by 17. And we'll be back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Hart is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Payne, and it's Robinson in at the center. Curry looking around. Pass to Humphries. Outside for Curry, and stolen by Payne. This one for 3, and it's Humphries with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 14. Down low, and the dunk by Humphries.
He seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you. Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 24, Cameron Thomas.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Achiuwa finds Robinson. Hart the pass to Payne. Over Curry. And there's Payne. That's good on the assist by Hart. Payne's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
The 3 from Johnson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
New York trails by 17. Payne looking around. Front past the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Johnson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And here's Payne. 5 points in the game. Pass to DiVincenzo. New York moving it around. Clock is at 3. Payne's shot is good. Payne's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Here's Curry. No scoring in this one. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Zubac is checked in for Brooklyn. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Johnson. And a switcher also for New York. Miles McBride's checked in for Hart. Here's Achua. Good work defensively by Johnson. Brooklyn leading by 16. For 3, Mitchell. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Fires for 3. Good on the triple.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
1:33 left now here in the second. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to DiVincenzo. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Curry outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes for Brooklyn, and Anthony Davis is checked in for Johnson. And it's Johnson in for Curry. 1:02 left in the first half of the game. Here's Randall. And too long on the shot. Brooklyn leading by 16. Right side, Thomas. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Mitchell outside. Shot clock at 6. And here's Johnson outside. Bridges with the board. So it's the Knicks now. Here's Brunson. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Brunson against Mitchell. Outside for Thomas. Here's the 3. Zubac, no good. It's Hart on the wing. Hasn't made one yet.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
No good on the second free throw. Mitchell wide open. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 3 assists in the game. Randall from outside. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3. That one on Davis. The Knicks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the 3rd. Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas, and so it's Brooklyn, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum. They're thinking about the shot. Well done.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We've got Johnson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Davis. Then there's Cam Thomas. And it's Mitchell in at the one spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Anunoby. And here's Brooklyn. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. From deep, Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Bridges kicks to Brunson. Nice. Brunson working inside.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
New York trails by 14. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And it's Brunson missing. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Zubac the pass to Thomas. From outside the arc. Randall grabs the board. Thomas gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster. And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Let's give a big round of applause for your dance team. All right, time for your dance team. Give it up.
Hart kicks to Anunoby, and the foul called on Joe Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Anunoby outside. Back to Randall. Over Davis. That's short off the rim.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
New York trails by 20. Brunson surveying the D. Pass to Bridges. Brunson outside. Lets a floater go. Brooklyn with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Mitchell. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. For 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Mitchell's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Bridges outside. Zubats against Anunoby. To the middle. Here's Brunson to end the drought. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Mitchell kicks it out to Johnson. There's Thomas with the three. They grab their own miss. And Davis gets it to go.
Davis playing big. Love to see that. Creating extra scoring opportunities as a result.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Anunoby. Bridges a screen on Zubats. New York, no good that time either.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Hart kicks to Brunson. Back to Hart. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And you see how Brunson's fine-tuned his playmaking ability. That pass on time and on point.
Wide open look here for Zubats. And he gets it to go from the corner. Zubats has got his first basket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Thomas. And then for New York, Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Bridges. And it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson. Payne passes to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with the screen for Anunoby. Rebound, Brooklyn. Davis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Mitchell, right wing. Here's Zubats. No good from outside. Now here's Payne. T right on him. Randall left side. Shoots over Zubats. And the rejection by Zubats. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Brooklyn. Another excellent quarter for him, especially from long range. He's buried a total of 7 three-pointers in the game. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Cameron Payne is out there with Miles McBride. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Robinson. In at the 5, roaming the paint. Curry passes to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Delicious dime from Curry there. One of the reasons his teammates love playing with him.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. There's a screen by Achiuwa to the inside. A dunk by Achiuwa.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Here's Curry. Here he goes. Bucket is good.
How about the quickness on the drive from Curry? The moment he finds his opening, that guy is off to the races.
DiVincenzo kicks to Achiuwa. Pass to McBride. From downtown, buries it from three-point range.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And here is Thomas. And here's Johnson outside. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 4th assist in this one.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Stolen by Zubats. Here's Humphries. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And the dunk by Humphries.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Achiuwa finds McBride. There's a screen by Achiuwa. Here's Payne. Back to McBride. Off target from outside. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Connects from three-point range.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And McBride gets it to go.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Here's Thomas. High post, Zubats, Humphries. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Humphries has gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. DiVincenzo against Johnson. Pass to Achua. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Thomas with it. Just 5 on the clock. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, happen.
You know, another thing that stands out to me is their passing in this game. I mean, they've done a tremendous job sharing the ball and setting each other up for success.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Wendell Carter comes in for Ivica Zubats. And it's McHale in for Chris Humphries.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
And Curry, here we go. Here's Carter. And it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. .103 left in the fourth quarter. No good with the triple. Brooklyn with the ball. Pass to McHale. Takes it inside. A slam dunk by Thomas.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
Anunoby outside. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Halliburton's checked in.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Hart, wide open, he fires. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
McHale outside. Outside for Halliburton. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Donovan Mitchell. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And now the opening lineup for Boston. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at point guard. And for Brooklyn, they've got Donovan Mitchell. Johnson is out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Davis, and it's Thomas in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, the leaping ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
Holiday with the three. That shot misses. Brooklyn with the ball. The drive by Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Now, here's Brown. Here's Tatum. And he drops it in from the low post.
Nice little finish there inside from Tatum. He is so quick to get up when he's near the rim. And you watch Jason Tatum year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Here's Tatum following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. To the middle, here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Zubac. Thomas passes to Davis. Back to Thomas. A three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. White against Thomas, and Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Porzingis kicks to Brown. Four on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there. Trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Here's Thomas. A slam dunk by Thomas.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
The three from Tatum. Sinks the triple. Tatum's got 5.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Mitchell dishes to Davis. Mitchell passes to Zubac. Johnson outside. For three, Mitchell. Rebound, Boston. And Holiday kicks to Brown. Pass to White. Brown inside. Working on Zubac.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
Outside Thomas. Zubac with it. Back to Thomas. Kicks it out to Johnson. With the shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And Johnson doesn't lack confidence attacking inside. I just love watching him go to work down low.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Some changes for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Johnson. And Curry subbed in for Cameron Thomas. 1:33 left in the first quarter of the game. Brown, good.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has 6. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Kirk. Pass to Tillman. 55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Horford sets a screen for Brown. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Brown's got 7 points.
Well, Brown returning the favor. That three at the other end didn't sit well with them.
Johnson for three. A second chance effort. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson against Brown. Shot clock at 5. Tillman passes to Horford. The three-pointer, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Brooklyn leads by 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you...
What a jam! Tatum doing it with style!
I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Pass to Springer. Horford with it, covered by Humphries. Horford against Humphries. Here's Pritchard. There's the three. Johnson with the rebound. It's deflected. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Hauser misses. Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's Humphries. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
The three from Tatum. Brooklyn with the rebound. Johnson outside. And Curry has it in the corner. The three ball from Curry.
A three-point specialist can't let Curry get any space to fire from the corner. That's a recipe for disaster.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Zubac is checked in for Brooklyn. Cameron Thomas comes in for Halliburton. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Curry. A shot by Pritchard, no good. And so Thomas will bring it up for Brooklyn. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Inside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Holiday, the pass to Hauser. Boston again missing. Brooklyn leading by 11. Johnson in the corner. Outside Thomas. Back to Curry. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. They get it again. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shoots the three. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Johnson. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Outside Tatum. To end the cold streak. Boston again missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around. You challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
Here's Pritchard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Outside Thomas. Curry outside. Here's Zubac. Thomas dishes to Johnson. That's good. That's Thomas picking up the assist. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Brooklyn making some changes. Chris Humphries has checked in for Johnson. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Curry. Humphries against Brown. Pass to Holiday. Porzingis at the elbow. Just 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Brown wide open. He fires. It's good from long range. Brown's got 10 points in the game.
Some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by Brooklyn. He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Boston trails by 16. Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. To the right wing. Here's Humphries. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Humphries has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Brown finds Porzingis. The tray. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the right side. Here's Humphries. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Sinks the 3-pointer. He's got 13.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
Fires from way outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Brooklyn holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Please direct your attention to the second quarter. Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Draw, please. They're measuring on the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our contestants.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
On the court right now for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
And White slams it in.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Nailed from three-point land.
And Johnson, just great touch from outside. Love how quick that release is.
Porzingis with a screen on Zubac. Here's Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Celtics shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he makes the first.
And looking at Tatum's game, you know, he really doesn't have a weakness. He can give it to you in a variety of ways.
Thomas outside. Porzingis with the rebound. Now White. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the 3-ball is good. Tatum's got 11 points.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Mitchell kicks to Thomas. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up for the Celtics. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. There's Brown with the 3, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Tatum against Zubac, and that one's good. Tatum.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Johnson's shot is off. Boston trails by 20. It's stolen by Johnson. Drops in the tray. Johnson's got 8 points in the quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Kept alive. Davis, the pass to Mitchell. Thomas kicks to Zubac. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. For 3, Mitchell. Porzingis with the rebound. On offense, here are the Celtics. Pulls up on the wing. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And that's 15 points for Jason Tatum. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, great pass by Mitchell. He can run your offense, slide over to the 2 as well, giving you some great backcourt versatility.
Here's Tatum. 15 points in the game. Brown outside. Outside Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Davis sends it back.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
Stephen Curry, he's checked in for Cameron Thomas. Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. 2 on the clock. Tatum with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Tatum. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Tatum's got 10 points in just the second half. And here is Curry. He's got 12. Mitchell finds Johnson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Outside Holiday. 44 seconds left in the third quarter.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
They get the rebound. Here's Davis. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Curry outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Some changes for Brooklyn. Chris Humphries has checked in for Zubac. Johnson comes in for Anthony Davis. And Thomas subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And it's Humphries with the rebound. From deep, Thomas gets the three-pointer to fall. Thomas got 11. 8 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside Tatum. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Brooklyn rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. McHale is out there with Humphries. Then it's Curry. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And the shot goes in.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. Pass to Tatum. Puts up a three. The shot, no good. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Springer. The rebound by Humphries. Halliburton looking around. Curry dishes to Johnson. Kicks it out to McHale. Pass to Humphries. 6 to shoot. And good that time.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some height.
Tatum's shot is off.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
Dandridge, he's checked in for Halliburton. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
To the paint. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
To the wing on the left. Humphries with the bucket.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, That kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Hauser misses. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 10-2 run here. Launches a three. Humphries, no good. Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It goes on Kevin McHale.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Humphries finds Curry. They get it back. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Humphries. For the three. Rebounded by Hauser. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Jaylen Brown. David?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Boston provided some information for us. And unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
Here's Tatum. Rebound, Brooklyn. Stolen by Holiday. Outside Tatum. Boston, no good that time either. Brooklyn with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Humphries. Porzingis with the rebound. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Halliburton's checked in. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. 56 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Now here's Curry.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that one.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Tatum. Kevin McHale pulls it in. Curry with it. From deep three-point territory. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.